Next time you try to check in for a flight, you could discover your name is on the government's terror watch list. You and hundreds of thousands of other people, apparently. Among the many names, Drew Griffin. Is it Drew Griffin of CNN's Special Investigations Unit? The government says no, but as you'll see, it's not exactly a picnic for him at the airport, nor for a lot of other law-abiding citizens. So how did this happen, and what, if anything, can we do about it? Can you do about it? Keeping them honest tonight. Here's what Drew found out.
Washington Attorney Jim Robinson is a former Assistant Attorney General. He's a former U.S. Attorney from Michigan. He holds a high-level government security clearance, and he's a former law school dean, a husband, a granddad, an American. And he gets delayed, if not stopped, every time he gets on a plane. Why? Because Robinson is also one of the estimated 1 million names now on the terror watch list.
So it seems, for years now, despite my best efforts to get off.
This week, Robinson joined the ACLU in Washington to mark what the group calls a ridiculous milestone. 1 million names the government believes match known terrorists. And according to the ACLU, 20,000 new names like Robinson's are added every month. What does it mean? It means because of his name, he can't check into flights electronically. He can't check bags at the curb, can't check in at one of the new speedy airport kiosks. Every time he travels, he and 1 million others need to wait in line
And see somebody who then has to make a call and determine that apparently I am not the James Kenneth Robinson who is the cause of my being on the watch list.
I'm going to Chicago this morning.
Don't think it can happen to you? It's happening to me.
A watch list?
So how did I get on this list? Well, the TSA is adamant it's not even me, even though it is me getting stopped at the airports. The TSA says it's the airline's fault. The airlines say they're just following the list provided to them by the TSA. And coincidentally, this all began in May, shortly after I began a series of investigative reports critical of the TSA. 11 flights now since May 19th. On different airlines, my name pops up, forcing me to go to the counter, show my identification. Sometimes the agent has to make a call before I get my ticket.
It's a hassle.
What does the TSA say? Nothing, at least nothing on camera. Over the phone, a public affairs worker told me, again, I'm not on the watch list, and don't even think that someone in the TSA or anyone else is trying to get even.
So if there's any thought or shadow of a thought that TSA somehow puts you on a watch list because of your reporting, it is absolutely fabricated.
Jim Robinson, who served 2 Democratic presidents, says he's trying not to think politics is involved either.
I don't feel safer because I have to go through this hassle, I can tell you that.
The ACLU's technology chief, Barry Steinhardt, says the list is so secretive and yet so shoddily put together, it's hard to tell how it's being used or abused.
Truth is, we really don't know how much is bureaucratic ineptness and how much is, and how much is how much is political retaliation.
Even more frustrating than being on it is trying to get off. According to the TSA, you fill out a form online, which I did on May 28th. You then copy personal documents, fill out another form, and send them to Homeland Security, which I also did on May 28th, and then apparently you wait. Robinson has been waiting now 3 years.
On May 2nd, 2005, I filled out all their forms, made a copy of my passport, my driver's license, my voter's registration card, put it in a package, and sent it off to TSA. I never heard back, and it certainly doesn't seem to have done me any good at all.
My wait has apparently just begun.
So, Drew, you flew today from Atlanta. I mean, this isn't funny. I shouldn't be laughing, but you flew from Atlanta to Louisiana. What happened?
It's a big hassle. It happened every time, and it happened again this morning. I have to go to the desk and have to prove to them, either with my driver's license and my date of birth, or sometimes even my passport, or they have to make a call to prove that I'm not the terrorist Griffin that is on the terrorist watch list. Only then can I get my ticket. It is a huge hassle.
I was a little confused about this last night after your report. Can you find out if you're on a watch list? I mean, if there's 1 million names, people out there watching, can they find out if their name is on a list? And can you get off one?
It's not out there, Anderson. It's supposedly a secret list. The only reason I found out is because every time I go to the airport, like I said, the airlines tell me, oh, your name matches the person with your same name, apparently, that is on the watch list. Now, the FBI says, look, it's only 400,000 terrorists, mostly foreign and mostly living out of the country. It's 1 million names because some of those terrorists have multiple aliases, apparently one with the name of Griffin. And we did hear from the TSA again today, Anderson. They sent an email saying this whole thing is probably going to get better next year when the TSA is going to assume responsibility for matching the people on the terror watch list to the people like me who are actually flying. That should eliminate some of the problems. But, you know, again, the FBI, Anderson, says this is a great tool. This is working despite minor inconveniences to people like me.
Let us know what happens, Drew, to you especially. You can find more information on the TSA's terror watch list and how to get your name off of it, apparently, maybe, on our website, ac360.com.